Breaking tonight, a major development related to this month's massacre of 14 people in San Bernardino, California.
And a close call for a woman who did not realize she was actually in a burning house. But guess who came knocking?
Live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM TV5 News at 11.
I think it's common sense.
She's talking about a petition calling on lawmakers to penalize people who leave their dogs chained outside for hours on end. Thanks for tuning in to TV5 News at 11. Colette is off tonight.
And there is an online petition aimed at limiting how long dogs can be left chained up outside during bad weather. But does it really stand a chance? TV5's Nick Lully is joining us now in Saginaw with more. Nick.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly out here tonight, and supporters of this petition say, well, if it's too cold for us to sleep outside, then it is for our pets as well.
I love animals. I've loved animals ever since I was little.
Hannah Somoski is a self-professed animal lover. She heard about a new petition being circulated online asking state leaders to consider legislation that would prevent animals from being tethered or left outside continuously. Somoski says she knows some people who do that, and it's okay.
I have family friends who have outdoor dogs, outdoor cats, and they have like safe places to be, like they have homes and they have like fresh food and water. I'm okay with that.
She does have problems, however, with absentee pet owners.
What really bothers me is when people just neglect their animals and leave them outside unnecessarily when they aren't meant to be outdoor or indoor animals.
The petition is in the forefront this time of year when mid-Michigan's weather takes a turn to the snowier and frigid side. It calls for pets to be limited to no more than 30 minutes to an hour of being left outside. Other pet owners we spoke to agree with it.
When people leave and go to work or even just to the grocery store, things can change really quickly, and I think that they need to really take into account the responsibility of having a pet.
As for Somoski, she's looking forward to see how the possible legislation is crafted so it fits the needs of all pets.
There are animals that just can't be indoor animals.
We also reached out to the Bay County Humane Society for comment on this story, but their leader is out of town. We're live. Nick Lully, WNEM TV5.
Nick, thank you. As you might expect, a lot of people weighing in about this on our Facebook page tonight.
Yeah, Sandy says not every dog is a family pet and wants people to stop trying to pigeonhole every situation.
Shannon says if you leave an animal chained up outside, you shouldn't have one.
And Dawn looks at the picture a little differently. She says leaving people out in the cold and putting ordinances in place to make it illegal to give them food is okay.
You can join the conversation on our Facebook page right now.
Well, we saw some light flurries earlier today, giving us a small layer of snow as we look over Flint and Bay City tonight, and we might be seeing some more overnight. Here's Chief Meteorologist Brian Bachman with your forecast, always in the first 10 minutes. Hi, Brian.
Hi there, David, and hello, everybody at home. A couple of lingering flurries out there tonight. Basically, all that we're dealing with at this point, in addition, maybe a little bit of lingering drizzle, but certainly nothing along the order of that snowburst we saw, which you can actually still see at the very early stages of our Sky Tracker animation. As you can see, it's well out of the picture as we speak, and it's just leaving a little bit of a semblance of a lake effect pattern beginning to get underway tonight, but of course all these lingering clouds hanging over the region as well. So that's going to be a pretty prominent fixture not only tonight but through the vast majority of our New Year's Eve, though I don't expect it's going to spoil the festivities for tomorrow night by any means. 34 is the current temp in Flint under an overcast sky, mostly cloudy in Midland as well at 33. The wind's enough to make the wind chill feel a little bit more like the middle and upper 20s tonight. Still not entirely unreasonable. 32 in Saginaw and a pleasant enough 33 in Bay City. Don't be too misled by the graphic here. It's not going to be a steady snow all night, but the chance there for a couple of light flurries. Temps tonight bottoming out in the upper 20s, then getting back low 30s for tomorrow. Full forecast for New Year's Eve coming up.
Catastrophic flooding in the Midwest has killed at least 21 people, and the water is still rising. In Missouri and Illinois, the Mississippi and other rivers are prompting mandatory evacuations. People staying behind are fighting a losing battle.
These are my neighbors. We've done everything we can, and we still can't beat it.
Nearly 20 levees along the Mississippi River and its tributaries could fail. The Mississippi is expected to reach almost 15 feet above flood stage tomorrow.
And breaking tonight, a friend of one of the San Bernardino shooters has been indicted.
24-year-old Enrique Marquez was the friend of Syed Farouk, who along with his wife killed 14 people early this month in San Bernardino. Marquez is accused of conspiring with Farouk on unrealized attacks in 2011 and 2012.
He is also charged with saying that 2 of the assault rifles he later gave to Farouk were only for himself or his immediate family. Marquez remains jailed tonight.
A shooting victim is in critical condition tonight. Police say the victim was riding in an early 2000 black Chevy Impala, got out and was shot by the driver, who then drove off. There are no details on the victim available at this time. Flint police are still looking for the suspect and the Impala.
Flint's mayor is getting the ball rolling on efforts to get an emergency declaration for her city's troubled water system. Karen Weaver went over her action plan today with Jamie Curtis, the chairman of the Genesee County Board of Commissioners. County needs to sign off before the declaration can move forward. Weaver wants short-term help like water filters and continued testing, but also long-range assistance rebuilding the entire water system. That plan will be presented to the county board on Monday.
Across Michigan, a high-speed chase through several communities all over stolen meat. According to the Jackson Citizen Patriot, police in Jackson were responding to a report of retail fraud. When they spotted the suspect's BMW, they had to use stop sticks to deflate the car's tires. They recovered a large quantity of stolen meat in the trunk. The jailed suspect, a 70-year-old woman.
A FedEx driver absolutely, positively had to be there for an Ingham County woman. He noticed smoke coming out of her house early this morning and then immediately went to the door.
I asked her if she was the only one in the house, and she responded yes. And I said, I need to call 911. Your house is on fire. You need to come outdoors right now.
He called the firefighters, and by the time they arrived, the neighbors were using garden hoses to fight those flames. No word on the damage, but the home is repairable.
Well, how many of you took a $2 risk tonight? The Powerball lottery is now up to $300 million. And even though the odds of winning are nearly 300 million to 1, we went out and asked local folks what they would do if they beat the odds.
Change life, life of luxury.
I'd probably donate a lot to Cancer Society.
Well, I'm retired, so I would just take care of the bills I owe and take care of my friends, my relatives.
And you can watch the drawing right here on TV5 before Sports Extra.
All right, by this time tomorrow night, by the time we ring in the new year, definitely, Michigan State fans will know if they need to pack their bags for the national championship.
But right now, many of the fans are excited for Michigan State's first appearance in the playoffs. Andrew Keller is taking in the bowl game atmosphere in Texas.
There's a ton of excitement going into tomorrow's game. I tell you what, green and white is well represented here in Dallas and the metro area. And right here we got some fans. We got a guy on the band. I tell you what, you've had quite the experience being in the Spartan Marching Band, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a crazy season. So many really good games.
If you weren't in the band, this might become a very expensive venture trying to follow this team.
Oh yeah, they were sending out the emails like, oh, buy your student tickets, do this bus trip, and it's like, well, I'm already all set.
We were at the championship game too. It was pretty awesome.
So a couple fans were saying earlier that Michigan State could soon be a rival of Alabama. What do you think?
We take pride in being everybody's rivalry.
It is Michigan State Alabama caliber.
Well, let me just say that I'm looking forward to a good game, and Saban will have everybody ready.
It's been so much fun. Yeah, totally worth it. Yeah, it's been great.
You haven't had to mortgage the house yet?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Ask my wife. I don't think so. I think we're good.
So tomorrow, there's already been a ton of anticipation for this game. Is it going to be worth the money that people are saying it's going to be worth?
I think it's always worth coming down and all the excitement, and I'm really hoping we'll have a great game.
All right, George and Linda Rutherford, thank you very much. And of course, it all happens tomorrow. There's a lot of fans really itching for that ball to be kicked off and for really to get to experience Cowboys Stadium, AT&T Stadium, Jerry's World, as many people would call it. In Dallas, I'm Andrew Keller, WNEM TV5.
All right, Drew, be sure to tune in to our Cotton Bowl preview tomorrow night at 7. Our Sports Extra team will present a comprehensive report on the game, including highlights leading up to the game, analysis, and news of the big game. You can catch it right here on TV5 and on My5.
God love Andrew. Yeah. He's so excited to be down there, and it can't help but come out every time you see him on the air.
He would have paid so much money if he didn't get this assignment.
Yes, he would have. He'd have walked. Well, you can go to Google to find anything, but now you can go to Google to actually hide things.
Yeah, find out how the popular search engine is keeping someone off your desktop.
And if you break the law, don't show everybody you're doing it on Facebook. That's what this guy did, and he is now for that. Tonight's talker.
Are you looking for a place to celebrate the new year in style? Well, there's plenty of room inside a local baseball stadium.